Hey, welcome to Zach's Tech Turf. Today, I'm going to be showing you guys what camera gear I use for my second video in the How I Make YouTube video series. So, let's get into it. To start, I want to throw out that typical disclaimer that you've probably heard before. None of the gear I'm about to show you is necessary for starting a YouTube channel. Most of this gear far surpasses what my subscriber count would suggest, but I buy this gear because I'm personally interested in it, and I don't do it because I think it'll instantly create better videos. Keep that in mind. With that out of the way, let's start with the main piece of my camera gear, my DSLR. This is a Canon T5i body, and it can only record video in 1080p and 30 frames per second. Now, I'm not a huge fan of only being able to record in 1080p 30 FPS. One of my point-and-shoot cameras can record in 1080p 60 FPS. I'll talk about that one in a little bit. But I much rather have a DSLR so I can change the settings manually, plus I can change the lenses. Moving on to the lens, by far the main MVP of my entire camera gear setup is the Sigma 18-35mm 1.8. This art lens is known around the tech YouTuber community as one of the best of the best. At $700, this thing certainly isn't cheap, actually more expensive than my T5i, but in my opinion, it's been totally worth it. I love having the range of 18-35mm with its staying at an aperture of 1.8. I actually used to use a lot of different lenses, such as the kit lens for versatility, the 11-18 for wide angle shots like this, and even the 50mm prime lens for some super sexy B-roll shots, but this Sigma has replaced literally all of them. Moving on past the lens, I want to show you guys my backup camera, which is a point-and-shoot Sony RX100 Mark III. I actually used this point-and-shoot camera for well over a year when I first started the channel, as it produces some very nice looking 1080p 60 FPS footage. I was using this camera for my Gaming on a Sunday Morning series until I got the Logitech C922, but now I just use it every now and then, especially when I need a really quick shot. Other than that though, the camera doesn't get used that much. Next up, we have my sexy tripod and tripod mount. We'll start with that mount. This is a Manfrotto 502 video head, which is also super popular across the YouTubers creator community. This fluid head tripod allows for beautiful crisp pans and tilts, and I'm really in love with this thing. The 502 allows me to adjust exactly how much drag I want for both pans and tilts, so I can get exactly the shot I'm looking for. Now, connected to this is another Manfrotto item, the tripod, which is the X Pro 3. This is a pretty overpriced aluminum 3-section tripod and is absolutely not necessary for creating videos in my opinion. Now, it's definitely very sturdy, durable, and a great product, but I honestly could have saved a bunch of money by attaching my 502 video head to a cheaper tripod, but hey, it's Manfrotto and they're pretty baller. And finally, the last piece of video production gear I use is a basic $7 Life of Photo white balance gray reference card. I actually don't use this as much as I should for getting the correct white balance. I feel like my Canon T5i adjusts it pretty well, but I do use this every single video to manually focus my lens. I have this card attached to a cheapo tripod that I had lying around. In this way, I can set it right up next to my face and get up and adjust the lens to manually focus on this. If you're creating your own videos by yourself, I would definitely recommend picking one of these up. Well, that wraps up the second video in my How I Make YouTube videos series. I'll have links to everything I talked about down in the description, but like I said before, none of this is necessary if you want to start creating content today. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please drop a like down below to help support my channel, and as always, thank you for watching, and please subscribe for more Zach's Tech Turf videos.